Close 9,000 barrels of bourbon spilled from this warehouse as it partially collapsed on Friday in Bardstown, Kentucky. June 23, 2018. Michael Clevenger, Courier JournalLOUISVILLE, Kentucky. This wasn't supposed to happen. Thousands more bourbon barrels tumbled to the ground at a Kentucky distillery Wednesday while many celebrated the July 4th holiday, some with bourbon libations. But it did. Despite attempts to shore up Barton's 1792 Distillery's 7-story warehouse in Bardstown, Kentucky, after half of its wooden structure collapsed June 22, the rest of the rack house imploded Wednesday. The alert to Nelson County, Kentucky, dispatch came at 2:20 p.m. ET. The initial collapse of Warehouse 30 sent about half of the 18,000 or so barrels crashing to the ground, many shattering upon impact. The remaining barrels and what was left of the warehouse structure fell Wednesday. No one was injured in either incident. It's too early to quantify the damage, the value of bourbon or the potential environmental impact. After first collapse, Barton's distillery team was prepared with equipment on site to address further problems from the structure that remained standing. Amy Presque, a spokeswoman for Barton's parent company Sazerac, said in a statement Wednesday, June 24, hundreds of fish killed in leak from bourbon warehouse collapse as a result of the Barton 1792 distillery team's preparation and quick action. No runoff from today's collapse entered any waterways, Presque said in the statement. The remaining portion of the warehouse was unable to be secured after the initial collapse because of worker safety concerns, Presque said. It is unknown at this time how many barrels can be salvaged. Officials expect it to be weeks before the cause of the collapse is determined, she said in the statement. And plans are underway to build a new warehouse to store the recovered barrels. The remaining barrel warehouses at Barton's 1792 distillery have been inspected since June 22 by third-party experts and are deemed safe, Presque said in the statement. Barrel warehouses at the other two Sazerac-owned distilleries in Kentucky have also been inspected and deemed safe. Barton Bourbon is owned by New Orleans-based Sazerac, which also owns the Buffalo Trace Distillery in Frankfort, Kentucky. Barton's 1792 distillery, established in 1879, is the oldest fully operating distillery in Bardstown, according to its website. Not all of the 9,000 barrels affected in the initial collapse leaked, according to the state's Department of Environmental Protection, but at least some under the rubble did spill bourbon and brandy into nearby waterways. About 800 fish were killed in Withrow Creek, which empties into Beech Fork River, officials said. Nelson County Fire. Kentucky distilleries are aging a total of 6.8 million bourbon barrels, according to the Kentucky Distillers Association. The collapsed barrel aging warehouse is one of 29 on the distillery's 196 acres, which also features 22 other buildings, including a still house. The distillery employed 392 full-time employees in 2017, according to a Kentucky incentives database. While nobody was injured in the initial collapse, it did spook some nearby residents. Stephanie Elliott lives just 5 yards away from a massive warehouse holding thousands of bourbon barrels, similar to the one that collapsed. That makes it scary living here, Elliott, a 38-year-old mother of 3, told the Louisville Courier-Journal. If it had been this one and not that one, it would have taken out our house, or worse. Tyree Matthews, 71, said when the wind is just right, he can catch the smells of the corn mash. The warehouses look so solid, he previously told the Courier-Journal. I hadn't even thought about it as a possibility until it happened. Follow Beth Warren on Twitter, @BethWarrenThread, or share this story, https://usat.ly/2kills7l.